Hey guys, I'm finally back with another video. My arrows took forever to get in because Lancaster was packed with arrow orders and I couldn't get them all cut and all that stuff. So I just got these last Friday, and today is Wednesday the 8th today, and I got them last Friday. But before I wanted to do this video, I wanted to shoot them for a little bit, get used to them, and then give you my thoughts on what I thought about them and see if you guys might want to buy them. They are a very high-end arrow. For me, this is going to be my target and hunting arrow. But so far, I have had great success with them. I am using their outsert system. Actually, Lancaster sent me the wrong size outsert, which is not that big a deal. They accidentally sent me the deep impact instead of the X impact arrows, and I'm shooting the X impact, which is fine. And they're sending me the correct outsert system this week, so I will do a video on how to install those. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot these arrows at 30 yards, since that's going to be most likely what most bow hunters are going to shoot at. Some might shoot at 40, but I think most are going to try to shoot 30 and in for a normal bow hunter. So I'm going to do that, and I'm shooting the X impact, like I said, 0.166 diameter, 0.001 tolerances, half a grain tolerance difference, so they're really high end. The grains per inch is 8.2, I believe, or 8.1. One site said 8.2 and one site said 8.1, I believe. So I'm shooting a 3-Fletch AAE Max Stealth Vans with a 3-degree offset. I'm shooting just a standard Nox. I did weight sort all these arrows, so I weighed the inserts, outserts, screws, everything, vanes, all that stuff. I'm actually gonna have to order new 100 grain field tips. I'm shooting 100 grain field tips, by the way. Because the field tips I had have horrible tolerances. It's actually this field tip right here. I have one other on my arrows because I ran out of normal bullet point field tips. But I'm gonna get those from Ethics Archery, and then we should be all good to go. So I'm gonna shoot this at 30 yards, and I'm gonna walk down there and talk about the group. Alright guys, as you can see, I have a very good group here. I pulled this arrow, obviously a little bit, and the reason I'm aiming for here is because if I actually hit the circle, I've shot it so much that my arrows will go straight through. But as you can see, just take out this arrow, that was a bad arrow. But all these arrows, pretty good group. I can fit my hand around it. Obviously I'm not a professional archer, so for 30 yards, this is good for me and I'm happy with it. Other than this arrow, obviously, but but I feel like they do very well. Obviously, they do very well. Every single one of them went through the target. Obviously, this one went even farther. There's the point. So they did very well. They performed great. They all fly amazing. I've tuned them all. They're all ready to rock and roll for hunting season. But I'm very happy with these arrows, and yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna shoot another end at 40. So if you do decide to hunt at 40, shoot animals at 40, I'll show you how these can still group amazing. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at 40. Okay guys, I'm going to show you guys what I'm shooting, and I'm not going to cut this so you guys know that it's actually, you know, I'm not faking. I'm not going down and putting them wherever I want to, but I just thought about that. For some reason I wouldn't. Okay guys, so right now I am shooting a Bear Cruiser. This is a 2015 model Bear. This is my beginner bow. I've had this bow, you know, all the time, and I've just recently got into shooting, so I've upgraded it. But next year I'm going to get a new bow, and I'm really gonna deck it out and all that kind of stuff. So I'm shooting a Trophy Ridge Whisker Biscuit. I got the one that can move up and down and side to side. And then I'm using a 5-pin Trophy Ridge React Pro sight with micro adjust first, second, and third axis. And they use the React technology. To be honest, I hate React technology. I really do not like it because I can't open my pin gaps as much as I would like. So I can't shoot out to like 80 yards at all. So anyway, but that's not that big a deal. I'm shooting a Bee Stinger 12-inch front rod with 2 ounces on the front and with a 10-degree quick disconnect. I'm shooting the, well, let me set this down. I'm shooting the Cobra Harvester thumb button. I really like this thumb button. It's very, very well made. It sits in my hand well. It has deep enough grooves where my fingers won't slip. It's very comfortable. Yeah, it's just a very comfortable shot. It's very crisp and clean, and you can really get it. I shoot my thumb buttons with a really hair trigger on this bow because the back wall is so cushy that if I pull against it, I go everywhere. And so I just relax my hand in the shot and put pressure on it just a little bit, and I really like it. And you can also make it really heavy. Obviously, you can customize the thumb barrel. You can 365 degrees up and down, whatever you want. And then you can replace this third finger. I'm assuming you can put an Ultra View Funky finger on here. If you guys are aware of that, you just take this screw out and it slides right out. I haven't done that. I want to, but I'm trying to save up some money so I can get a new bow next year and really customize it the way I like. So that's it. I'm gonna go show you guys the group. Okay, I just realized I said I wouldn't cut that video, but I did, and I haven't moved. I just turned the video off, but I'm gonna show you guys how that I actually am shooting 40 yards, and I'm gonna walk down to it. Okay, as you can see, I haven't moved. I'm shooting at 40 yards down there at the target, shooting at the same place I was before. My setup's still here, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk down there, and I will not cut it this time. I'm gonna try to get better at that. I just my brain does not work very well sometimes. So I hope you guys believe me that I actually shot this group, because it's a pretty good group and I actually did shoot it. But I understand if you don't, it's totally my fault. So this group was a great group for me. I'm gonna pull this one out so you can see it. Obviously this is a good group. This one's a little off, but still for me at 40, that I can fit my hand around it. And for me, that's a great group at 40. Still all of them went through except for this one, because there's more foam here than there is here, which makes great sense, right? But they all obviously went through with the outserts. So yeah, I mean, I'm very, very happy with these arrows. They fly straight, fly great. So yeah. Okay guys, I'm back inside. I'm gonna actually show you guys how to measure your FOC if you would like. I already measured, but I'm gonna do it again and show you how easy it is. It's not that hard. I obviously won't be using a calculator because my phone is what I'm using to film. But since I already done my FOC, I'm just gonna show you guys how to calculate it, and then you can figure it out. So you're obviously going to tape measure on a marker. So what you're going to do, take your tape measure from the tip of use your broadhead. This is a VPA 3 blade that I'm using. I really like it. You want to take it all the way to the tip, to the end, and measure. Mine is exactly 30.5 inches. So once I do that, I'm gonna take the overall and cut it in half, obviously, and I'm gonna measure from the tip out to 15 1/4, since that is half of it. I'm going to mark it. As you can see, I'm measuring all the way out to 15 and a fourth is about right there. I can't really mark it like that, but 15 and a fourth. Okay, I've marked it. Now that I've marked it, I'm going to make sure I can see it and go all the way around. Okay, now I'm going to take the arrow, and some people use a razor blade, that's fine. This is not incredibly accurate, but I'm just gonna use my finger to find the balance point, right there. And then I'm gonna take the marker, I'm gonna mark in the middle, and where I can see it. And I'm just gonna go all the way around. And then I'm gonna just close this up, put it back, take this, measure from the balance point to the halfway point of your arrow. Mine is 4 and a fourth. So then what you do is you divide 4 and a fourth for me, and divide that by my overall length of the arrow, which would be 30 and a half. And then once you get that number, you're gonna multiply that by 100, and that's your FOC. Right now, my FOC is at 14.322. That's, for me, and whitetail, that's good with me. I know I did a heavy arrow build. This is not a heavy arrow, as you can tell. I want it to be, but I kind of messed up because I switched arrows from the Sirius arrow, and my Sirius arrow was 500 grains. Since this is such a lighter arrow, this arrow, and I thought the outsert collar was 100 grains. It is 80 grains with the focus outsert system. So the insert, the screw, and the outsert is all 80 grains, which really sucked for me. But I lost about 40 grains overall in the 20 grains in the arrow and 20 grains up here, which in the arrow I wanted to do so that I could increase my FOC, but I did not want to lose any in this. But it's fine. It'll still blow through deer. Next year, I'll be shooting more poundage, heavier arrow. I bumped my poundage up to 60 pounds. I'm shooting that very well. I'm shooting a 26.5-inch draw, obviously a very short draw. But for me, this arrow comes out to 443 grains, which kind of scares me a little bit. I was thinking about, actually, I might still do this. I'm going to shoot this arrow with a 150 grain point. Right now I don't have my points. They're at my dad's house because he was using them. But when I do get them back, I'm going to put a 150 grain point. And if it doesn't tear left or right, which means the spine is weak or stiff, which it would obviously be weak, then I'm going to most likely retune this arrow and get a 150 grain VPA 3-blade. I'm really liking 3 blades. I know the single bevels and the 2 blades, they're great heads and you get more penetration, but I don't like the idea of a slit. And obviously the single bevels rotate, so you get like a U shape or an S, which is great. My dad's shooting a single bevel, but for me, I like the hole. I like just the great blood trail you get. And obviously if you're shooting heavy enough arrow, you'll be able to punch through that deer still, which is what I'm worried about. So I'm hoping that this flies well with a 150 grain point, and if it does, I'm going to be getting a 150 grain point and putting it on here. And then I'll be shooting about a 495, 500 grain arrow. Obviously I'll weigh that and I'll show you guys whenever the reason I'm not weighing this on this video is because I don't know if I'm switching or not. If I don't switch, I will, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be okay. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to pass through a deer with this combination, especially since this is razor sharp. But I don't want to be pretty sure. I want to be very confident in my equipment. So I might do that. If they do not fly correctly, I'm not buying 250 spine arrows and fixing that. And I don't have a bow press. I'm actually getting a bow press, and I'll be reviewing the Last Chance Easy Green bow press. I'll be doing bow builds, changing strings, putting in peep sights, D-loops, all that kind of stuff. I'll be getting bow vise, that kind of thing, draw board. But right now I do not have that. So I just want to show you guys this, and that's really it. This is an amazing arrow if you're looking for for a really small diameter, really tight tolerance. Maybe you want to use it for target hunting like I am. I really recommend this arrow. It is a incredibly good arrow. It's the lightest arrow on the market that I could find. I looked at the major dealers. Obviously, I didn't go off and find some wacky, weird dealer that sells a 7 grains per inch 300 spine arrow. Obviously, that's not a thing. But anyway, but this is I looked on Carbon Express, Gold Tip, Victory, Easton, and if I might have missed one, but all the major manufacturers, and this was the lightest arrow I could find for a .166 diameter that I know of. I might have missed something, but I don't think I did. Pretty sure this was the lightest arrow. If not, my mistake. But that's really it. Thank you guys for watching.